Hi, my name is Robb Thomas. I'm with Reinsman Equestrian, and we're going to talk a little bit about bits and bitting today. Basically, there are three types of bits. The two most common types are going to be a snaffle bit and a curb bit, and then the third bit is going to be a hackamore. One thing about a snaffle bit is it is a bit that specifically delivers direct pressure to the bit and then again to the horse's mouth. There's no shank involved. A snaffle bit is usually a ring bit, a D bit, some sort of an egg butt bit, but it's a bit that does not involve any sort of a shank. So when the rider pulls back on the reins, engages the reins, which pulls back on the bit sends a pressure signal to the horse's mouth that something is going to happen. Some sort of action needs to result. Those are what we call direct pressure bits or snaffle bits. There's a little bit of a misconception in the industry where manufacturers and consumers use the term snaffle pretty loosely, and they use that in how it relates to the mouthpiece and not the bit itself. So there are manufacturers and consumers that would refer to this type of a bit in, say, a bit that has a shank to it as a snaffle mouthpiece. This is incorrect. This is actually a three-piece mouthpiece. This is actually a two-piece mouthpiece. Snaffles can have a one-piece, a solid mouth, a two-piece, a three-piece, or a multi-piece mouthpiece, for example, like a chain type mouth. Curbs can have the exact same thing. They can have a single piece, more of a Mullen Colt starter, a two-piece, three-piece, chain, multi-piece with a port. So the term snaffle does not relate to the mouth. It relates to the type of bit and the bit that provides direct pressure to the horse. A curb bit, on the other hand, is a bit that provides leverage and pressure in multiple places, if not all places, on a horse. So when we look at pressure points on the horse, kind of work top to bottom. It's easier for me to remember that way. So you've got the poll, the top part of the horse's head. You work down, you've got the nose. You work inside the mouth, you've got the tongue, the bars of the horse's mouth, the lips, the outside part of the cheeks, and the chin. A curb bit, a bit that has a shank that provides leverage, will affect one or all of those depending upon how the headgear is rigged. As the rider pulls back on the reins, the shank will begin to engage, which will engage the mouthpiece. It will engage the headstall or pressure at the pole, and then the chain, the curb chain or the curb strap, depending on which one you use, your preference, will engage, and all three of those together through the leverage will provide the action or the reaction that the horse and the rider are looking for. Those are the quick two differences between snaffles and curbs. The third one that we mentioned was a hackamore. Hackamores are in the two categories as well. There can be a direct pressure, which is a traditional bozal or a side pull. There's nothing that goes inside the horse's mouth. The pressure is around the horse's nose and in the poll. Or a leverage type bit, one that involves a shank that provides pressure across the nose, through the shank action, through the curb chain, and then again through the poll. For more information on bits and bitting or any of the Reinsman products, please contact your SmartPak customer care team or visit them at www.smartpak.com. Have a great ride.